What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Nerds Podcast.
Tech. I love that.
With your host, Eric, and your co-host,
Sean.
This week, we're going to dig into some Apple rumors of their launch coming up.
What's happening?
Along with some Google news.
Maybe.
There's a little bit down the road, but we'll dig into it. We'll give them a fair shot.
Yeah, we'll give you that side as well for those of you like me.
Yeah. So join us as we dig deep into Nerds Podcast. .tech.
Is that actually recorded in, or is that just for us?
No, that's just for us.
Oh, it's just for us, and then you just add it in later at the exact same time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's just... glad to know you do that for me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well,
it gets me going.
It helps with timing and everything. Anyways, it's a thing with a thing. So, you know.
So we're not sitting here awkwardly like doing it in our head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we do, we have to figure out how we do the live stream.
Well, it's always on. It's always in my head. I always hear it.
What's in your head?
It's in my heart, too. We can do it live. You just play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the audio will come through.
Yeah.
Just choose it as an audio source.
Exactly. So, Googly. They have an event coming up in October, right?
October 4th or 9th, one of the two.
Somewhere in there.
Coming out around there.
And do they explicitly say what they're going to be announcing, or is there just rumors about what's going to be announced?
Oh, well, I mean, there's been unboxing videos. There's been pictures.
What's been official?
Launched nothing.
Official, okay.
Nothing. Just, hey, come. Actually, I don't even think the event is official.
Oh, okay.
They even announced the event? I don't think so. Did they? Yeah, no, they haven't even announced it yet.
Okay.
They've announced nothing.
Apple does the same thing where they don't announce until like 2 weeks before sometimes. But there's rumors about it like, I don't know how long in advance.
Yeah.
So what are the rumors about what's going to be launched?
Well, Pixel 3 XL.
Is that one better?
Yeah, I mean, Pixel 3 XL has a notch. So it gets all notchy on us.
Damn.
Yep.
Age of the dongle and age of the notch.
Age of the notch. Dual front cameras, though. That'll be interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Where one of them supposedly is dual aperture.
Okay.
Which is also interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, just standard spec boost, larger screen, OLED display.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask.
Taking cameras up another notch, which is ridiculous because they're already
not taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean you knew they would because Android P has optimizations for notches, so you have to have it on there.
This has gotten to the ridiculous.
Yeah, so it it limits notification icons so they don't go into the center of the screen specifically to where the notch exists. Separates where the time is, and then does app optimization and landscape optimization for video, all that fun jazz. But there's a good amount of notch phones out already for Android,
and that's got to be hard because at least Apple, they have right now only one phone with a notch, and they can design their OS around that.
Yeah.
And as they create new phones with different size notches, they can just reiterate their software to add that one or two notch variant. Mm-hmm. But with Android, you have to plan for a variety of notches. Everything from something that takes up majority of the top of the screen, kind of like the iPhone does, and something just as small as what's that?
The Essential.
Yeah, the Essential phone, where it's just kind of like a bloop.
Yep. But the Android development tools have like 5 or 6 notches in them to simulate them. So, I mean, they're ready. I mean, the interesting thing is a lot of Chinese companies have actually been innovating more than anyone on doing notchless full screen phones with pop-up cameras.
Yeah.
So
And
they'll be
what was that phone that we saw original pop-up?
just the little pop-up?
Yeah. Some Chinese phone, wasn't it?
Oppo? Could have been an Oppo.
Was it an Oppo?
They have an Oppo, has a pop-up. A couple of them do. Huawei. Does Huawei have one? Yeah, that's one right there. Oh, Vivo Apex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and that's another thing. Like, there's been a couple phones released with in-display fingerprint sensors, which is something other manufacturers have been waiting to do for a long time. The pop-up camera. So basically, you open the camera app, and by the time the camera app launches, the camera mechanically raises off the top of the phone, becomes visible, so you can take pictures, and then drops back down. Mm-hmm. That way, it doesn't actually take up any screen real estate because it doesn't actually have to be there if the camera app's not open. The Oppo Find X, like the whole top of the phone, mechanically raises up out of the center, and then the Mi Mix 3 is actually just a slider. So you just like grab the phone and just like slide it up, and then like the whole top part gets revealed and shows the cameras. So they've been doing a lot of full screen phones, no notches, no nothing.
And the sliding is a harken back to the early days of
Like
smartphones.
sliding out that keyboard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like
the flip. What was the other one?
Sidekick.
The juke.
Sidekick, Juke. The what's the Microsoft one?
I had one that it was some.
HTC
It was a Motorola.
HTC had the Pro 2. That one was Windows 6.5. That one was crazy good. It was just insanely expensive. Motorola had the Droid, of course.
I think I had this one, the LG Cosmos,
Oh, gross.
something like that. That was my first smartphone.
Yeah, mine was a BlackBerry because the first iPhone was terrible.
Yeah. Anyways, so
And expensive.
harking back to days of yore.
Yeah, but and a lot of companies have notches because Apple did a notch, so now everyone needs to do a notch. Pixel 3 XL has a notch. The regular Pixel 3 doesn't. It just looks like a 2 XL more. It's just small bezels, OLED. That one might be the one people buy more, and it'll be more affordable.
What's going to be the processor in that?
The same one everyone uses, Snapdragon 845. That's interesting. Like every Android phone has the same processor, pretty much, if it's a high-end phone.
I thought I saw the 855.
The 855 will be next year.
Oh, is that
Early
what it
next
is?
year. They just sampled it, just got tested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw the Geekbench of it,
Yeah.
and it was significant. And so that's where I wasn't sure if it was going to be something that they get into these like new phones, or if it's going to be something next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year. That and the integrated 5G modems.
Okay. So they're saying that the first phone may be the OnePlus 6T. November release date.
Maybe. Yeah, that one looks pretty good from leaks. But yeah, but just expecting camera upgrades, same processor, same RAM, larger screen.
So iterations, more or less.
Yeah, mostly the same thing as last year, just notch and bigger, and then better cameras, which are ridiculous because they're already insane. For a long time, they were rumored to do a Pixel Watch, smartwatch, like this guy. But recent comments, they said they weren't. They would not do a Pixel Watch. So probably, Qualcomm said they're having a new chip for Android Wear watches that they're going to launch on a device this fall. So someone's releasing a new watch. It just won't be a Pixel Watch. So maybe it'll be LG, maybe it'll be Fossil, probably not Fossil because they just refreshed. Samsung already refreshed. Movobi, I think, is another big company. They just refreshed. So I'm not really sure who's going to release the watch. I mean, maybe Motorola. They haven't done it in a while. Or maybe LG because they did the last ones. So maybe there'll be a watch there. Maybe a tablet a new Pixel tablet, new Pixel Buds, which is their earbuds, which weren't that great. Maybe they'll do a real wireless bud, because Pixel Buds still have
the neck loop
induction cord. Yeah, so maybe they'll do full wireless. Who knows? So I know on the unboxing for the 6XL, or the Pixel 3 XL, it does have Pixel Buds. Like, it has USB-C buds.
Oh,
in the box, in the same fashion as the Pixel Buds.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the phones have leaked incredibly. I've done unboxing videos. One got left in a lift. People recognize it. People know what it is. It's not going to surprise anyone.
Yeah.
Camera samples were posted. So it'll just probably be a lot of the same, but really good and better camera.
And we still got a month.
Yeah.
So
unless they're just leaking all this shit on purpose to throw everyone off.
Who knows? And there may be more stuff that we just don't know. And so we'll cover it as stuff happens.
So yeah, that'll be more than like a month from now. We'll make that happen.
So within the next 7 days or so, Apple is going to have an event.
Yes.
There's, of course, rumors around that as well. Speculation. They finally sent out the official invite last week, which the event is called Gather Round. Not Gather a Round, Gather Round. So we'll see what that means. I hate when they do stuff like that, but it also makes you think. So they're supposedly going to announce 3 new phones. It's going to be a low-cost 6.1-inch phone with an LCD display.
I don't know if that's low cost. 6.1 low cost?
Well,
not like a SE2? That's their low cost, right? The SE?
Well, I don't even know what they offer anymore because they've changed their lineup so much.
Yeah, SE is like an iPhone 5, basically.
Yeah, I don't think they have that one anymore.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing an SE2 maybe. So it'd be like an SE2, the iPhone, and then the new iPhone 10.
So we have the iPhone 10, 8, 7, 6S, and SE.
SE. Yeah, so I'm thinking SE2 will hopefully get released.
I didn't know they still offered the 6S as a phone. It's like they just copied and pasted.
Yeah, they do that every year.
Anyways.
They do that every year with their phone. What are you talking about?
So, I'm just reading from the rumors.
From rumors.
6.1-inch lower cost LCD display.
But is that a new like notch display?
Yeah.
Because
these are all like iPhone 10.
So it's like a budget iPhone 10.
Yeah. Supposedly. Yeah. $700.
Not bad.
Budget friendly right there.
Budget friendly.
They're also saying a 5.8-inch and a 6.5-inch OLED.
Which is the XS.
Yeah, and the XS XL.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that I read just said it's just going to be XS, and then you just pick a size. Like, they won't do a plus or an XL or anything. It'll just be the XS, and then you'll just have one size or the other. So you have an extra small plus.
I only like the extra small plus fries. So they're supposedly going to have new upgraded processor, faster LTE.
Of course.
Face ID.
Would it be faster LTE? Nothing really has come out with LTE, right? There's no 5G networks or anything. Shouldn't it just be the same LTE?
I don't know.
I'm interested. I'm like...
Well, they have like LTE Plus or something like that.
Maybe.
That some of the other Snapdragon processors have been doing.
Yeah.
They're doing away with the home button for the entire 2018 iPhone lineup. So learn those gestures. Start practicing now on your Magic Mice. Never know, they may put the charging port on the back of the phone. Sorry. It's a Magic Mouse joke.
Never do that.
Oh,
that's the mouse where you can't use it while it's charging, right?
Yeah.
You have to flip it over and then charge it on like the sensor side.
Yeah. So I was watching a video today where a guy has an iMac and he has 3 magic mice, just in case one dies.
Okay. Man, that's like releasing a laptop with one USB-C port or something.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
They do good.
Yeah.
So we're thinking all iPhone 10 design this year.
Gonna be notch.
With
Home
an
buttonless.
LCD model and then the OLED model.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll
Actually,
definitely
that'd be
see.
nice because they. Oh well, no. Has the glass back iPhone 6 SSSS been redone yet? Did they only do 1 year of the glass back iPhone? Because basically, iPhone 8 is an A7 with a glass back. They didn't want to call it 7S, right? There's no 7S. 7S doesn't exist. So 6, 6S, 7,
8,
8.
10.
Yeah, so the 8 is a 7S with a glass back, but there's no 8S. And they haven't done an 8S yet. So the version they have now is very similar, but it's its own thing.
Yeah.
And it's only lasting 1 year. Because they tend to not do that.
Yeah, and that's where they may be getting away from that type of iteration and try and do a slow progression to a new type of naming scheme. Kind of like how originally they were doing Mac OS, 8, 9, 10, and then once they got the 10, they started going 10.1, 10.2.
Yeah.
And so they may be going to a different naming scheme, but honestly, we'll see.
Which one has... Pretty much everyone besides this one has had an S, though, right? Because there's 3GS. There's 3G, 3GS... 4, 4S, 5, 5S, 6, 6S, 7, 7S.
Yeah.
Well, no 7S. So then 7 and 8.
Because 7, 8, 9. That's why 9 doesn't exist.
Maybe. That
really makes you think. I know you guys tune into Nerds Podcast for this type of quality content.
Oh, yeah.
For these tired-ass jokes.
That wit, that humor.
That banter. So they're saying along with the new phones, they're going to do... So the biggest one that I'm looking forward to is to do Apple Watch Series 4 with a new larger display, reduced bezel size, longer battery life, improved health monitoring. Like they can do glucose monitoring and a couple other things.
Is that legal? Because I know Samsung had a ton of problems with a lot of their stuff where you're medically not allowed to do a lot of things on watches without being certified as a medical device. So like something like glucose, like something like for like a diabetic, you can't release the product, period, unless it goes through medical certifications. So it probably can't do that because Samsung had the problem with some watches they were releasing and some claims that they were making where they had to get special certifications in Korea based on what you're allowed to do.
And that's that you may...
Because optical heart rate sensing, that you can do.
Yeah.
But there's specific medical things that you can't read or take without getting medical certifications.
Yep.
Separately.
Yeah.
That one just seems weird to me. I don't know why.
I've never looked into that. Something I've never thought about. And that's where there may be a way around it because of making an accessory for that device, being able to monitor something. Because you can get blood pressure cuffs, you can get different stuff that ties into the watch, and that's where the other rumor that I've seen is a watch band that extends battery life. It's got a built-in battery.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Which is kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens. They're saying perhaps new iPad Pros with Face ID, smaller bezels, no home button.
That makes sense. I don't know about smaller bezels.
I don't know.
Because people use those bezels to hold them.
And then that's been my problem. Is if you keep reducing the bezel, and that's where maybe the reduced bezels will be top and bottom versus left and right.
Yeah, that or like
because they're already pretty
maybe
small left and
really
right.
good software for palm rejection for false inputs, maybe.
Which is usually Apple's been super good about.
Yeah.
I know that they have been top of the market with their trackpads at palm reduction, but so they're saying that there might be a second event in October for the iPads and Macs to be done at the same time.
That would make sense, especially for like iPad Pros. They try to sell as like laptop replacements now,
Yeah.
so that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So iPads may be in this event. They may be pushed to the next one. Depends on how much content they have for this one. May justify a push.
And then new AirPods,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
They're saying new Apple Watch bands, revamped AirPods.
What's different for the AirPods?
They support Hey Siri. Other than that, I haven't seen anything.
They don't have mics built in now?
No, they have mics.
Well, why wouldn't they
Just
support
the
it?
always-on mic for Hey Siri
You'd think
support.
that'd just be like a firmware update.
Well, it may be because of battery life. May just like
that makes
destroy it.
sense.
And finally launched the AirPower charging mat, where you can charge everything at once.
Yeah, I was asking about that. Or I'm like, did that ever come out? Because they showed that last year or the year before. Last year.
Yeah, they showed it last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about that coming out.
Yeah.
It'd be cool bedside, just like have it and have everything together and just like super sleek.
I 100% agree. If you have all three devices, it is nice.
How much does it cost? How much did they say it cost?
Oh, I don't remember. It was a lot.
Because if it's like $200, then it
no,
doesn't make sense at all. I mean, it'd be
here.
cool, but it's insane for like a charger. I am curious on what it costs.
So my only problem, $200 price tag.
Yeah, that's it. Very them. $200 to charge your thing slowly, but conveniently and wirelessly.
So we'll see. They're saying 150. So who knows? The only thing I don't like about it is when I'm charging my stuff, it's going to be on my bedside table. Mm-hmm. And when I'm laying in bed, I want to be able to see it. I actually use my watch as a timekeeper at night. And same thing with my phone. If I get a notification, it's sitting up on a stand and I can just touch the display and I can see what those notifications are and stuff like that.
Yeah, or for me, like when I plug in my phone, I have like a 9-foot USB-C cable for my charging cable, so I can just like grab my phone, be in bed, have it already plugged into the charger, and then just use my phone while it's charging, and then I can just like drop it to the side onto my table. Not have to worry about positioning it on a pad. It's just already plugged in and it's charging.
Well, and that's the ideal thing about having the larger pad is it doesn't matter where you place it as long as you just put it down on the pad. And that's where I can kind of see the benefit of being able. There are times where my phone's charging, I want to set it down, let it charge, so I can pick it back up and do what I want to. And I don't want to fumble with cables. And that's where I do like my dock, and there's some other ones, like there are right now stands that have Qi chargers built in.
Yeah.
And so you just set it down and it charges.
Yeah. That and the application for it too, because it's also significantly slower charging wirelessly.
Oh yeah.
So it really is more of like a end of the day nightstand type thing versus actually needing to charge your phone.
Well,
so you'd still have chargers, like standard chargers for when you just need to charge your phone because you're going to leave and you just want to get a charge to have more battery life when you're out in the world.
Yeah. Or honestly, if like in my job, I mostly sit at a desk, but I get up a lot. Not having a wireless charger where I can set down my phone, top it up a little bit, go pick it up, go walk around the office, not having to fumble with cables, that type of thing is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's not often that I'm having to charge at work though, and so it's not really a huge deal. But the argument's also been made that having your phone on the charger is taking a load off the battery, and it's just using power from the charger to run the phone, and so it might increase battery life.
What?
I doubt it, but
Why? Why would it be any different?
because instead of So batteries are, their lifespan is based on cycles. And so the more you discharge and charge, you're reducing the battery life. But if you keep it on a charger and it's only using the power from the wall, then you're not reducing your lifespan of your battery. Because you're not going through
What do you mean only
charge
using the power
cycles
from your wall? You're still charging the phone through a coil or through the lightning port.
It's just sitting down all the time, being charged. Making sense? Or
no.
No?
I lost you completely. Like, there should be no lifetime battery difference between charging wirelessly and charging with a cable.
No, I'm not saying between the two. I'm saying keeping it charged, like keeping it, like if you're at work and it's on a Qi charger, if you're at home and it's on a Qi charger like all the time.
Oh.
And it's just keeping the battery topped off.
Oh.
Constantly.
Oh.
And that's where, who knows?
I mean, potentially, because that's like, I know at least for Qualcomm chips and for Android devices, they don't continually charge when they're plugged in to a socket. They intelligently charge based on your percentage, so they won't continually keep topping themselves off.
Exactly.
They will stop charging and then...
Just uses wall power.
No, they just won't pull anything. They'll just stop charging and drop from 99% to like, 87 or whatever it would, and then charge back up.
See, and that's where like I feel like if you're using your phone, it's just plugged in. Once the battery is up to a certain percentage, it should stop charging the phone and only pull power from the cable. So you're not using the battery when it's just sitting there on a cable.
No, it always uses the battery, no matter what.
Well, I know it does, but I'm saying it shouldn't.
Yeah. Ideally, in a perfect world.
Exactly, because then you can just use your battery as more of like a capacitor to get you from A to B, and it's constantly being charged wherever you're going. But I'm also someone who puts my phone down a lot, and I don't use it a lot during the day. I don't text a lot. I'm not on social media a lot. I'm not hip like that. It's just me. I got yelled at the other day for not posting enough pictures of my kid.
Wow.
I know. And so,
hey, he's adorable. All right.
Oh, I know. I know. But people try and keep up with him, and they're like, "What have you been doing? How big is he?" I'm like, sorry, gotta ask for it.
Like it's the size of a watermelon. Go look at a watermelon.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah. So new wireless chargers. Well, hopefully release the wireless charger. New phones. Pretty expected. So nothing surprising.
And they've already released beta versions of the software and stuff like that.
So what about this? What price will the larger XS be?
The larger XS?
Yeah. So
6.5? I said that earlier.
Yeah. What price will it be?
Oh, $1,000?
No, that's the price of the regular.
No, that was...
I mean, the regular iPhone 10 now is a 5 what?
Let's see here.
Because the larger XS is like a plus on top of the X. I would expect it to be like 1,200. Because there's no way that the iPhone 10 would go up in size and stay the same price when they introduce a higher sized version. Plus, I mean, what's the Note 9 price? Note 9's $1,000. But Note 9 has a 512 gig capacity model. I think that is $1,250. Yeah. For 512 gig with a SD card slot. So the 512 Note 9 out for $1,250, they could do a iPhone XS large at 512 as well for $1,200 at least.
They're saying between $800 and $1,000.
Drop
for both of the.
You think they're going to drop $200 off the iPhone 10?
Is it really $1,200 right now?
No, it's $1,000.
Yeah.
So you think it'll drop to $800?
Okay.
They'll drop I don't think they'll drop $200 off the iPhone 10 price.
We'll see. we'll see.
Maybe they will.
And I honestly haven't been keeping up with iOS 12. What changes have been made. So that's, let's see here, release date. Older phones will be 40 to 70% faster at certain tasks. Which I've seen reports that they have actually been a lot faster.
I thought they were purposely slowing phones as they age to compensate for difference in battery capacities. Like for battery charges. Was there a gigantic lawsuit about them slowing down older phones through software updates?
So,
like reducing clock speeds?
So what they would wind up doing is they would slow the phone down based on the battery capacity left.
Yeah, so, but it wasn't actually the battery capacity left. It was an estimate of the battery capacity, and they just slowed them all down equally universally, right? Because you could replace the battery yourself, and it wouldn't increase the clock speed.
I don't think that was true. I don't think so. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it was just a universal cut to all of them, and it didn't actually use anything from the battery.
No, I'm.
It was like a based on average use.
I think that's Android fake news.
Maybe. Could be. It'll be whatever the lawsuit is.
Let's see here. iOS 12 is 200% less annoying.
Yeah. See, that's an interesting thing, though, was when the iPhone 10 came out, no apps were optimized for the notch. Like, their own apps weren't optimized for the notch. So I'm sure that there'll be a huge, presence of the notch in their software now. As far as optimizations are concerned, that'll probably be a huge boost up.
Let's see here. Camera app changes. New Photos app. iPhone gestures on the iPad. Siri shortcuts.
Maybe Siri upgrades.
Translates to new languages. Apple News, stocks, voice memos,
anything for AR core? Any new AR stuff mentioned?
Yeah, there's some revisions. Using your iPhone less. Oh yeah, I remember some of this.
Oh, I have.
Do not disturb during bedtime. Instant tuning, send future notifications silently or turn them off. Interesting. Ranks app usage, highest phone pickup times. Set self-imposed time limits. Limit kids in apps by category or individual apps. Which,
all
thank
good
goodness.
Decisions. I know you'll use the shit out of that one, right?
Yeah. I'm using it right now I'm using Windows, their parental controls. Not the biggest fan of it, but so we are starting to push some time here. So we're definitely going to do a post Apple event. We're going to take our notes and see where we go from there. I don't think it's going to be anything this is amazing. Yeah. So I'm excited to see CarPlay revisions because I want to see Plex put in the CarPlay so I can get my music from Plex through CarPlay.
Which third-party apps do they have now? Just Spotify?
No, they have a bunch.
I'll do that.
And by a bunch, I mean a couple.
Yeah, they have like 3. Like they don't have Waze or Google Maps.
No, and that's the stuff that they're going to be adding is going to be Waze, Google Maps, and a couple others, and adding that support. And more likely, Plex is going to be part of that bundle because they've already put Plex as part of Android Auto. Mm-hmm. So I know that iOS 12 has been out there. They're going to more likely, it's going to be within a month or two, I think. And so I am hoping to God that is going to be part of it because I love my music.
I know. I wish I had Android Auto. I don't.
Android Auto
I have nothing.
All right.
It's all right.
So this has been a wonderful chat down Conversation Street.
Do you have any idea of upgrading? You have a 8 Plus right now, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Any reason to upgrade? Anything in your mind where you're like, I could upgrade for this, upgrade for that?
No.
Pretty much from what is expected, you're good to go?
The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting a new watch. Either the older generation 3 if they drop in price, or the 4. More than likely it'd be the 4, depending on what features and stuff. Because I didn't like the bezel size. I thought it was kind of thick. It made it look kind of clunky. So I would like to see especially improved battery life.
No, of course. That's huge on wearables. Huge.
I do a lot of hiking and stuff like that. So I usually burn through the battery within the day if I'm tracking the whole hike.
Oh, yeah. That's actually getting a full day is actually really good for GPS enabled for a watch.
And it charges super fast. So even if usually what I do is I start it in the morning when we start at like 6 or 7. When we break for lunch around 1, I break out my battery pack and I charge my phone and my watch. The watch will usually go from like 50% up to like 80% in that like 30 minutes.
Yep.
So I usually use that to top it off. But if I can so when I come into camp at like 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. that it's at like 40%, I'm usually pretty happy.
That's actually good still.
Yeah, especially using GPS for that long.
Yeah, when I used to use my Moto 360 with GPS enabled and everything, and I do navigation, like car navigation, just straight on the watch, I got like 4 hours. And then it would die and be gone.
So the really nice thing that I did enjoy about having the watch that I do miss 2 things. That when I'm doing navigation, I have CarPlay going on. Mm-hmm. I usually turn the voice turn navigation off on CarPlay, but my watch will give me vibration notification that turn is coming up. And so then it triggers me to look, because now that I don't have it, sometimes I forget and I go past where I'm supposed to. It also automatically unlocks my Mac when I walk up to it. So I have missed that a lot.
Yeah, it's something for my phone, like, trusted Bluetooth devices. So as long as I'm connected to my watch, I don't have a lock screen.
Yeah.
So that's super convenient just to be able to, no lock screen because I'm wearing my watch and it's trusted Bluetooth device, authenticated. Yeah, use same thing in the car. Very useful.
Yeah. It's one of those things that when I first had it, I wasn't sure of the utility. And now that I don't have it, there are definitely things I'm like, I really miss having my watch, being able to track me walking around. I miss those types of things. Notifications, yes and no. I do kind of miss that stuff because I had it pretty well dialed in to where it wasn't bothersome. But we'll see.
Yeah, mine, I mean, the idea when I brought it into, it's just, I don't have to take I needed a watch. I just wanted to wear a watch. I went to a wedding and I was the only one there without a watch. And I'm like, I need a watch. I want it tech, but it's basically for me too. It's just like, I get notifications. I don't want to take out my phone and check them. I can just, there it is. Cool. I can, dismiss. There we go. So it's more like looks, tell the time, I guess, and just convenient notifications. That's my use of my watch.
Yeah. So, this has been a very fun podcast, and thank you for joining me today, Sean. This has been nice.
Yeah, hopefully we're right, or maybe we'll see what we're surprised with, see if we nail it, and we'll have a post-conference reflection on what we expected, what got announced, what we're excited about, what we're like, meh.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll do a couple updates and just see where the world takes us.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you, nerds, and join us next time on Nerds Podcast.
.tech.